Rose Hathaway and Lissa Dragomir are two teenage vampires living discreetly. Together, Rose has a one-sided bond with Lissa, which means Rose will see whatever Lissa is seeing or doing. In the middle of the night, Lissa has a nightmare of a car accident that happened 2 years ago, killing her family. Rose also sees it and runs to Lissa's room to wake her up. The duo fled away from the Vampire Academy, where they used to spend 2 years studying. While Lissa is a royal member of a magical vampire race, the Moroi, Rose is a human hybrid vampire called Dhampir. Dhampir are trained to protect the Moroi and have the same diet like humans. While as Lissa is hungry, Rose starts to feed her best friend with her own blood. After recognizing that they have been watched by the guardians of the academy, Rose quickly runs away with Lissa. However, Dimitri, a Dhampir guardian, finds and forces them back to the Vampire Academy. Upon arrival, they are ambushed by a group of Strigois. Now we are introduced to the bad vampire, the true nightmare of the Dhampir and the Moroi. The Strigois only come out at night. They are undead and can only be killed by a silver stake. After a while, they manage to get rid of the Strigois and get inside with the help of Spiridon, another guardian. The Vampire Academy, also known as St. Vladimir Academy, attracts many Dhampir and Moroi students from all over the world. The Dhampir are trained to be guardians while the Moroi learn magic and become either heir. The current queen is Tatiana, and Lissa is the successor to the throne. As not long after, Lissa and Rose are led to the headmistress, Ellen, who is criticizing them for fleeing away. Victor, a provost of the school and also a friend of Lissa's parents, shows up and intervenes. Both Lissa and Rose feel sorry for Victor as he is frail and dying. Meanwhile, Ellen wants to kick Rose out of the school, but Lissa uses compulsion on her, changing her mind immediately. Here, the duo learn that Ms. Sonia Karp, an instructor, is no longer in the institute. In a flashback, Rose recalls having a conversation with Lissa, who was nervous as she hadn't declared her magic. Later on, Lissa saved a dying raven, which was witnessed by Sonia. At school, Lissa encounters bullies from Mia and her group, including Lissa's ex-boyfriend, Aaron. In the meantime, Rose is back to her training routine and reunites with Mason, who is having a crush on her. Suddenly, Rose experiences the bond and sees Lissa is talking with Christian, the previous prince. She seems to have a little crush on him. The fact that Christian's parents willingly turned themselves into Strigois makes him being viewed negatively by the others. As having a special bond to Lissa, Rose is an ideal choice to be her guardian. Hence, she has to attend Dimitri's training session. The next day, while Lissa is at the cafeteria where the Moroi line up to suck blood from their human feeder, Rose is running into Victor. He asks Rose to look out for his daughter, Natalie. On Sunday evening, Rose, Lissa and Natalie go to church while Jesse, a Moroi, is having his eye on Rose. In the church, Rose hears that St. Vladimir could save the dying but suffered from depression. His shadow-kiss guardian, Anna, who had a bond with him, helped him see through. All of a sudden, an explosion outside quickly draws everyone's attention. Someone has left a threat message on Lissa's family memorial aiming at her. Lissa and Rose suspect that it is the work of Mia. Suddenly, Rose again has a bond with Lissa and realizes that she is not well. Meanwhile, Lissa gets traumatized after seeing a dead fox hanging on her front door intentionally. Rose quickly rushes to her and calms her down. The next day at school, Mia pretends to pass a note to her friends and uses the teacher to read it out loud. In the note, Mia claims that Lissa lives off Rose's blood, which is a bad reputation in the vampire world. At that point, Ray, another classmate, also spreads rumors about the duo. All of a sudden, Christian, who is fed up with the bullies, gets angry and sets Ray on fire. After class, Lissa sees Christian at the holy ground, flirting with him, which worries Rose, because she thinks he is a creep. Later on, as the rumor about Lissa and Rose is such a scandal, Queen Tatiana asks Lissa to the stage and criticizes her in front of everyone. Coming to Lissa's room, Natalie and Rose see a threat message written on the wall by Blood. As revenge, Lissa decides to get the others to her side by using compulsion on everyone, except Mia. Later on, Rose runs into Christian and tells him to get away from Lissa, sabotaging their relationship. The next day, Rose has a training session with Dimitri and starts to have a crush on him. After class, Rose sees Lissa is using compulsion to get the others on her side, isolating Mia. At this point, Lissa runs into Christian and both misunderstand each other as they don't know Rose has sabotaged their relationship. Later on, Natalie and Rose discover Mia's motive and find out that Mia once dated Lissa's now deceased brother, Andre. As their relationship ended badly, Mia despises Lissa's family line and takes things to a Whole other level. At the training session with other Dhampir friends, Mason reveals to Rose about the bandage he found on Jesse and Ray's wrists. Mason and Rose start following Mia and suspect that Ellen may relate to the troubles around Lissa. Next day, Rose sneaks into Ellen's office to find out about Sonia Karp's disappearance. A videotape recorded Sonia's last days in the institution reveals that she was mentally unstable. However, Sonia's 6th-day footage has been cut. Days later, Lissa is successfully back on top and even wins her ex Aaron back. Nia is left alone miserably in a corner. However, due to the special bond, Rose is the one who can feel and understand Lissa. Rose approaches Christian and admits that she sabotaged his relationship with Lissa. She asks Christian to look for Sonia's information, but he refuses. Now, Lissa regains her popularity in the school and throws a party. As she starts showing her magic, her arm gets itchy, which simultaneously causes Rose to feel the same. Rosa warns Lissa about a greater unknown threat while Lissa finds out that Rose sabotaged her earlier relationship with Christian. At this point, Natalie shows up and joins them. Their conversation is cut short by a Psyhound howl from afar. Rose leads Natalie and Lissa to run away. Moments later, they find Lissa's backpack placed on a fountain and cameras set up around it. Lissa opens her backpack and sees her cat, Oscar, is dead. She tries to save the cat but fails as it has been dead for quite a long time. Lissa faints as some scratches on her wrist show up. Suddenly, Rose recalls memories of Sonia, who revealed to her that she is shadow-kissed. Sonia also used compulsion on Rose and told her to run away with Lissa. In a while, Rose is summoned to the school board and starts to explain herself for fleeing away. At this point, Rose demands access to the last day footage of Sonia and discovers a shocking truth. Sonia turned herself into a Strigois to get rid of the pain she suffered from using spirit magic. In the meantime, Lissa confronts the school board and denies whatever Rose has said before. As Sonia, the only one who can help Lissa, has left, Dimitri suggests Rose to seek help from Christian. As Rose and Christian are saying goodbye, Lissa catches them and misunderstands. Rose then chases after Lissa and warns her about the real threat. She reveals the truth about Sonia, who turns herself into a Strigois as she couldn't bear the agony left by spirit. As Rose keeps following Lissa, one of her feet falls into a hole and gets broken. Later on, Rose wakes up in the hospital with her healed ankle. She rushes to see Lissa and both finally reconcile. After learning that Lissa really possesses the spirit magic, Ellen walks in and announces that both Lissa and Rose will be isolated until the advisors arrive from Romania. This means they cannot attend the equinox dance in the evening. However, with Victor's permission, they are allowed to. Later on, Lissa and Rose are accompanied to a shopping mall by Spiridon and Dimitri to prepare for the party. Rose is given a flash of UV light, which could buy her some time in case fighting with a Strigoi. While browsing in the mall, Lissa and Rose plan to catch the one who is troubling Lissa. In the act, back to the academy, they all dress up and get ready for the dance. Natalie hands Rose the necklace and says it is a thank you gift from her father, Victor. The equinox dance begins. While Lissa and Christian reconcile and make out, Jesse and Ray are brought to Rose. Finally, they admit helping Mia spread rumors about Lissa and trouble her. However, they have nothing to do with the cat. Ray then reluctantly asks Natalie for a dance because Rose forces him to. While Lissa and Christian are dancing, Mia approaches and starts messing with them. As Lissa leaves, Rose confronts Mia and discovers that she is not responsible for the cat as well, which means there is a greater threat coming for Lissa. After revealing Mia's true face and knocking her out in front of everyone, Rose is dragged away by a guardian and later held in Ellen's office. In the meantime, Christian finds Lissa in the holy ground and eases her down. But suddenly an unknown party hits him unconscious, blindfolds Lissa and takes her away. Seeing that through the bond with Lissa, Rose quickly finds a way to get out and reaches Dimitri for help. Now, as Lissa's life is in peril, Dimitri brings Rose and Christian along with his fellow guardians rushing to save her. Rose starts to enter the bond and sees that Victor is actually the mastermind behind the kidnap. Spiridon is on his side as well. Victor wants to occupy his rightful place upon the throne, so he forces Lissa to heal him from the disease and give up her life for his. As Lissa refuses to heal Victor, he brings a blind air user to choke her. Eventually, Lissa reluctantly heals Victor as he wants. The guardians arrive at Victor's place. Dimitri starts knocking out the guards while Christian and Rose run upstairs trying to enter the room where Lissa is being kept. However, Lissa eliminates one of the guards and escapes through the window. Seeing that, Victor, who is in the control room, frees the Psyhounds he has trained. and sends a helicopter to capture her. While Dmitri is trying to get into the control room, Victor flees through a secret way. Spiridon, who has always been jealous of Dmitri being the best guardian, is starting to shoot. As he enters, Dmitri eventually knocks Spiridon out. In the meantime, Rose and Christian show up and save her. All of a sudden, Victor shoots Christian from behind, making him fatally wounded. Next, when Victor is trying to kill Rose, Dmitri appears and captures him. To their surprise, Victor orders his Psyhounds to kill Lissa and Rose, but Christian finally uses his magic to set the Psyhounds on fire. Seeing Christian is wounded, Lissa asks Rose to feed her in order to be able to save him. Cut to the next day, Victor is removed to the cell downstairs preparing for the trial. Coming to see Victor, Rose learns that Victor had an eye on Lissa since her family was killed. In the accident, he explains that Lissa's spirit was awakened by the fear of seeing Rose dead. It allowed Lissa to heal and formed a bond between both. While Victor tells Rose the truth, some guards behind her are knocked out. To her surprise, Natalie shows up and reveals that she has killed Ray, turning herself into a Strigois. Rose tries to attack her but is continually beaten up as Natalie is now much stronger. It turns out that Natalie plotted with Victor to kidnap Lissa. She is also the one who killed the cat. To explain her motive, Natalie says she was so scared in the school as she is imperfect. At this point, Rose buys herself some time by putting the flashlight on Natalie. She quickly grabs the silver knife and is about to finish her. However, Natalie turns around and begs Rose, making her hesitant. Natalie grabs the opportunity and kicks Rose to a corner. After showing up and seeing Victor is running away, Dmitri quickly knocks him out and rushes to save Rose. He uses the silver knife to kill Natalie, but she kicks it out of his hand. In the meantime, Rose quickly chokes Natalie from behind, buying Dmitri some time to finish her. Cut to a few days later, Lissa and Rose reunite. Lissa finds a line in a book revealing the similarities between them and St. Vladimir, with his shadow kiss guardian, Anna. At this moment, while Queen is starting to give a speech, Lissa steps in and announces her magic spirit. Finally, Dmitri admits having feelings for Rose when they meet outside. Away from the academy, Sonia leads other Strigois, hiding in a dark cave.